your first time tuning in, I'm Alana Dance, and I help entrepreneurs bring stability, abundance, and purposeful creation into their business by removing overwhelm, frustration, and stress that keeps them from doing what they love every single day. In this episode, we will talk about how to get rid of trauma in 5 minutes with Laurin Mariani. So be sure to listen all the way through for the beautiful details and how to access the upcoming masterclass with Laurin. So welcome, Laurin.
Thanks, Alana.
Tell us a little bit about how to get rid of trauma in 5 minutes. I'm so excited and yeah, interested to hear this.
Well, it was done out of, I am a very impatient person. And so I just kept thinking, I can't be dealing with weeks or days or even months of the typical working through it all. And so I actively practice and teach a very quick method. It's a method that helped me overcome a lot in my life, where I literally just said, I can't deal with society's narrative of it. So let me create my own society, my own narrative of it all. And so I birthed this program. The masterclass will be launching shortly. And I teach people actively how to do a very quick practice every day within 5 minutes, and how you can literally change your entire life within that 5 minutes. I think the masterclass is living a life free from labels, or life beyond labels, actually, hashtag life beyond labels. And it's literally about the labels that are on your life, how to get rid of them, and why are you wearing those labels. And so I will actively be teaching you about the importance of labels, as well as getting rid of those labels, and taking you through a guided meditation with that.
Beautiful, amazing. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing. So talk a little bit about how you came up with the 5 minutes.
Just my sheer impatience, to be honest. I figured that when I get ready in the morning, it takes me about 7 minutes to get ready in the morning. And so it's 7 minutes to suit up and get through my day, and to dress the part, to shower, to get my face done, my hair done, the whole lot done, with a busy household and 2 kids. And so I figured people don't generally have more than 5 minutes a day. And so if we were a little bit more mindful, I'm extremely mindful about how I start my day, and what generational patterns, what soul ties, what cords are between us. And so I just developed it out of, if we were just a bit more mindful about what we wore on us in the day, what we claimed, what we, identified with in our past. And we were a little bit more mindful about who we are as opposed to who we were. And so literally I have 5 minutes in my morning to do this in. And so I figured I could develop a very quick technique in order to do that.
Beautiful. Yeah. And I think that there is a limiting belief within people. I think it's a group consciousness belief that it takes so much time and energy
Yeah.
to release trauma from us. So
That
fantastic.
was the thing, is I just literally woke up, and I had many people say to me in my life, I recently found out that I'd been raped, actually. And one of the things that there was a trigger, there'd been triggers for a little while. And I knew it had happened, and that was fine, because it ultimately is part of my contract. But I didn't claim that label. It happened. Shit happens. And it was literally just that. And so when somebody asked me and said, well, how did you are you okay? And I realized maybe there's something wrong with me as a person. Maybe I'm not okay. Maybe I'm suppressing it. I started actively speaking to many other people, saying, am I in denial? Am I, is this a trauma response? Is it, what is, like, why am I not reacting to it? And I realized I simply just don't claim that. And so there's such a simple technique to that, and a way of releasing it all, that I walk people through. So the initial masterclass is probably about an hour long, just to teach you the technique, and that technique can be used day in, day out. Yeah.
Beautiful. And the masterclass is free, right? So you
It
are
is. It is.
amazing.
It is. It didn't seem right to charge for something that was so simple, to be honest.
People that I have met that have such deep trauma, a lot of times they're afraid to branch out and ask for help. And if they want to ask for help, there's some fear around, should I invest money and time and all of these things? So having something that's so simple and available for free is absolutely amazing. That's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I can't wait to do it. I've done 2 trials with 2 big groups of people, and the response from that has just been incredible, just to get up the next morning and to see these people, and just see the instant relief and just the excitement, the release, the tears, the happy tears has been an incredible process.
Beautiful. Yes. And when we give,
Yeah.
receive, so it will come back to you tenfold. So beautiful.
We'll see.
Yeah. Good. Good.
Yeah,
Okay, so you offer a couple of other programs as well. Did you want to talk
I
about?
do. I do. I have a very different perspective on purpose. Having gone through, I never understood my life. I never understood why there was so much trauma to my life. Whilst I grew up in an incredibly safe home, there was so much drama in it. We were the safe house for the cousins, the relatives. There was drugs, there was prostitution, it was just the safe house. And I couldn't understand that as a kid. And then as an adult, there's been a lot. There's been domestic violence, there's been rape, there's been sexual abuse, there's been so many things, a lot of heartache, there's been suicide, there's been people that have died in my arms. And I kept thinking, this just cannot be my life. And so I had been to see many people about it, and it's no one can give you the answers that you really want when you're not meant to find the answer. And so I asked instead of asking the question, why me, I asked, why not me?
Mhm.
And from that, my first container was created, and it is my self-healing process to why not me, and understanding it teaches you to look at your soul contract from a very different perspective of why not you. We were all born and created incredibly well with the resilience and the strength to get through it, as well as the grace to fail. And so there is ultimately no failure, and that container teaches you exactly that. And then my second container, the third one, is just a happy one with a support system. But my middle container was birthed probably about 7 years ago, I think. And it was out of me throwing an absolute tantrum and just wanting to define myself. I was sick and tired of conforming to society, and I wanted to be able to say, I am shy. And so instead of panicking about my shyness and walking into a room with notes on my hand, I could introduce myself and say, hi, my name is Laurin Mariani. I am an extremely shy person. And the minute I said that, I was able to claim my power back in that. The minute I was able to say, I'm not a very patient person, I'm very sorry about it. Sorry, not sorry, actually. And I was able to start saying, I am. I am a rebel. I have a sadistic side to me. I can be a narcissist. I can be manipulative. I can be whimsical. I can be a warrior. And so I developed the same way as humans. We all have a physical DNA. I realized that we all have a soul DNA. And so I can see that soul DNA with absolute clarity for others, as well as I had seen with myself. And I've helped so many other people just truly stop trying to run away from what society has labeled them at. And so, if somebody stutters, for example, if they just said, hi, my name is Laurin and I stutter, suddenly the stutter goes away because they're able to own it. And hi, my name's Laurin, I'm an anxious person. And so the minute you're able to say, this is who I am, we work so hard to try not be that person. That's actually all the energy from that, I believe, is making it even worse instead of just actually claiming it and saying, this is who I am. And so Soul DNA was born, and it's a program that teaches you exactly what your personality strands are, your soul DNA strands are, and you learn to connect on such an intimate level to your soul, where you are able to literally allow your soul to take control of your life and to discover what your soul contract is. There's just a complete and utter trust in that process that whatever today brings, I understand that my soul has gone before me and understands it, and I'm happy with that.
Beautiful. And I resonate with that a lot, especially when you were saying you were labeled as a shy child. I was as well. And it's something that I have been working through probably the last few months, is knowing that that's just how I am. And releasing that label really from myself in the way that I think other people perceived me as that. And I feel like that it did kind of shift into me and made me more of a shy person as well.
Yeah.
So it was an interesting
The same as
dynamic.
laziness or procrastination. We label it ADHD, we label so much stuff in our life. And what if I am a lazy person, whilst I am probably the most motivated person I know, and I achieve more than anyone I know around me. I can be incredibly lazy and I can procrastinate. And so whilst procrastination may not be in a typical sense, I know that I procrastinate. And so I'm not going to hide from it. If somebody says to me, you procrastinate, I'm going to say, absolutely. I know what I do. I don't need somebody else to tell me that. I already know that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you. Okay, so now we're going to shift into some belief change and identifying with you. There's a belief that is potentially holding you back into really stepping forward, taking that next step into your life. So do I have permission to
Yeah.
identify? Perfect. Okay. So I've been working a lot with ancestral energies this week, personally for myself. So I'm definitely tuning in and more heightened to and some ancestral energies with other people as well. And what has come up for you is around structure in your life. And that if you have structure, you limit your stability in life and you limit your creativity because you feel like you can't really expand in your personal life and sometimes in your business life as well, because that structure is kind of limiting in a way.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about, do you feel like that is definitely occurring in your life or something that you've had?
That's very interesting. For the first time in my life, 2 weeks ago, I decided to put structure into my personal life. I decided to label my diary, to write my children's collection times, to put every single appointment in my diary, to allocate my work hours, to allocate my social media time. I literally, my food time, my exercise time. And for the first time in my life ever, I don't think my diary is always a series of blank pages and thoughts and drawings and whatever else that I have, epiphanies and whatever. It's never actually scheduling. And for the first time in my life, I have put structure into my life, but clearly my ancestors are telling me stop. So, yeah, and it probably would limit my creativity because at that point I'm saying, I don't want to hear from you, you know, because you need to wait till 12 o'clock today. That's when your time is there. And we all know spirit doesn't work like that.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm also getting that there's a way to structure without being so limiting, like, so finding the way that works for you. Right. And
yeah, and it was there. That's what's so hilarious. But I think it's just in my mind, you know, when I say, let me check my diary, I generally just close my eyes and read it from the back of my eyelids. And so I thought, no, let me look a little bit more professional. But again, I guess that's society's expectations handing me my own ass.
Exactly. The expectation from others that we have to have everything,
Yeah.
everything work through. Yeah.
Yeah, I did it beautifully. I went and bought a matching diary and matching pastel color highlighters. I'll put them all away tomorrow morning.
See if there's another way that might work better. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So is there anything that you wanted to, any last words that you wanted to give to your audience?
Not in the slightest. Please do join our masterclass. It is honestly, I was asked the other day who my masterclass is targeted at. If you feel that you have something weighing on your shoulders, if you feel as though there is a secret that you're holding on to, if you feel that there's trauma in your life that you're too scared to speak about, if you feel that I want you to ask yourself, if you listen to this, do I feel as though somebody has labeled me incorrectly and I don't know what to do about it? I don't know how to get rid of the stigma of my past, of my yesterday. Please do join us. It is honestly the most life-changing thing that you will do. You can apply it the next day and the next day and the next day, and most of all, it's free. I honestly want you to wake up the next day and just feel that massive, massive release of years and years and years of trauma within 1 hour, I hope, within a 1 hour masterclass. But for 5 minutes every day for the rest of your life, you'll be able to redefine yourself.
Beautiful. Yeah. And I think another great point to say is that the material is completely authentic, all of your material and all of your program in this master classes. So it's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's something I'm really excited about, the programs, the whole lot. I think people learn very quickly that I am very much a spade is a spade type of person. And so because of that, because I'm able to say that I am a spade, I look for it. It's not necessarily that there's a time and a place for us and there's a time and a place for healing to take place, but I think we've all defined it as this long tedious process where you have to dig deep and it takes days, and there's the whole aftermath of it all. And I just, within my personal life, I haven't done it. Within my clientele, they haven't gone through that. And it's not that they have hidden anything. I actively ask anybody else to fact check my work, and I refer people, please will you fact check my work? I'm unsure of whether this is actually, whether they've cleared it in that space of time. But there isn't the need for the long drawn out process. And so I wanted to birth something that people could literally do with me one night and wake up the next morning and be like, I cannot believe I'm the same person.
Beautiful. That's amazing. So you
Yeah.
can sign up for Laurin's free masterclass at her website, laurinmariani.com. So I'll spell that for you, LaurinMariani.com. And I'll put the links in the description for the podcast and also her social media pages as well. And all the information is on her website, so you can access it easily and sign up there, and also check out our other programs as well. All right. Thank you so much, Laurin. I appreciate everything. It's been great having you.
Thank you very much, Lana.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.